Absolutely. Come, let's do it together. You mentioned finances, part of your role to secure finances for the national team. It's also been reported financial difficulty that the national team or the Football Federation as a whole is having at the moment, which has led to the reduction in backroom staff of the national team. Did you think before the reduction that there were many people working in the back room, or was this a decision that you had come to due to the financial constraints?
We are financially constrained, and let me tell you that Nigeria is the only country that uses about 17-18 backroom staff, which is uncalled for. We have a standard that must be followed. We have the way and manner that this system should be run. We have to see working collectively with the standard of each and every other country, like it's done in every part of this world. So we feel we should reduce to either, let me use this word, right size of the staff, so that we service other areas that are not being serviced properly. So that is the essence. We didn't mean to witch hunt anybody, we didn't mean to sack anybody, we didn't mean to say, look, stop this thing you're doing, we don't need you anymore. I said earlier on that everybody is important, but in the course of doing the right thing must be done. Because we cannot be seen taking unnecessary load on us that we cannot, there is no reality in it. So we have to face the reality. We have to do the right thing. We must service this country. We must give everybody an equal treatment.
A few months ago, received the Kwame Nkrumah Award for Leadership, and based on the leadership that you've offered the Nigerian Football Federation over the last 2 years, basically, how does it feel for you to be honored for your performances in such a high regard?
You see, honor is the best thing one can get in life. That is recognition. I thought, personally, I was not doing enough, because day in, day out, I keep saying to myself, look, this thing you're doing is not enough. But unknown to me, the world is watching. People around me are watching, to saying to me that, look, you are doing well. So we need to honor you, we need to recognize you. I mean, honor is something one that cannot joke with. It's something one cannot forget. It's something one can beat his chest day in, day out to say, look, I was honored some times ago. Because even if you are given the plaque, this is what you keep showing, to your family, to your friends, to everybody that is close to you or connected to you. So I feel highly honored, I feel highly motivated, I feel highly challenged in some ways, to say, look, let me do some more. Let me put more effort. How do I grab this kind of honors again? Because I need some more. I have gotten them severally. I've gotten quite a number of them, which I feel motivated. It's just encouraged. Just about a month or so ago, the Lagos Junior League gave me that award as well. So I have been bagging this kind of awards. Well, I feel great. I said, let me go and double my effort to ensure we take Nigerian name to the next height.
Yes, the Nigerian Football Federation has just appointed the technical director of Mr. Amadu Shuaibu, the former national coach, twice before. What do you think, or what are your expectations for him as a technical director to bring to the national team that perhaps was not in the national team before? Actually,
we're still going to use his experience. He has been with the national team and he has achieved so much. So we feel it's the right time to tap from this experience and to work closely with him. He's quite a good person that one can rely on. And we believe in Nigerian people. There were some controversies initially earlier on, but that has overcome. And we're on top of the matter. We now said, look, we bring this fellow so that they work closely. His major assignment is to fish for talents, supply to all our respective nationalities, not just the Super Eagles, under 13, under 17, under 15, and so on, up to nationalities, both male, female. So we believe he has so much to offer, and we are ready to tap quite a number of things from him. So we have sat down with him to say, these are your major assignments, these are your terms of reference, these are the expectations Nigerian people from him. And my belief, or rather our belief, is he will give us what we want, and he will not let the country down.
It's very interesting that you mentioned all the national teams in the country. Nigeria is the only country in Africa at the moment since 2012 that has qualified for every major competition. It's been seen as a massive achievement, not only by the football teams and the players, but for the Nigerian Football Federation under your stewardship. How does that feel for you?
Yeah, I feel great and I feel honored, and that is why one must continue to thank his God, because it's God's making. But that must go along with our dedication, commitment, and this service to the nation. Like you rightly said, since I took on office, I think we competed and qualified for all the competitions, both male, female. And this is a continuous kind of a thing that we intend to do. This is a thing we say it must continue. We'll not decline, we'll instead build from there. It's a campaign that we drive very, very well. It's a campaign that we say, look, these are a few ways that we'll see. We must keep driving. So we're on the right course, and we're grateful, and God's willing, that is how it will continue. And not only African competition, every other CAF, FIFA organized competition will compete and will qualify.
Before we let you go to your business schedule here in the UK, I just wanted to touch, as a football fan and as well the head of the Nigerian Football Federation, we've got two important competitions or performances within the next couple of months. One is representing Africa in the Confederations Cup. What are your expectations for Nigeria in that competition?
Nigeria will do well. Nigerian national team will do a lot, and like I keep saying, we just don't go to participate in competition, but we go there to compete to the last whistle. When I say to the last whistle, to play to the finals, like we did in the Nations Cup. And this is part of our slogan. Let's go and do it right. I always feel like to encouraging our players, encouraging the coaches, encouraging every other stakeholder to say, look, don't give up. Because I never felt in my mind to say, look, I'm going to, for a certain competition, that particular competition, maybe I might not make it. No, I will say I will go there, compete up to the last minute. So this is what we are doing. We are going to do well because we are planning to do well. Our teams have got some very long-term preparations. We are planning to give them some matches that will test, run the teams. And like you're aware, our dear Super Eagles now are in camp in Nürnberg in Germany, Katsi, Adidas, So these are the kind of arrangement these players need. These are the kind of arrangement this team needs. These are the kind of things we need to put in place to ensure every atmosphere is really conducive for the competition.
And Nigeria faces Kenya in Nairobi.
Nigeria, Kenya, we are going there and make a history. Yeah.
It's going to qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah, that is the history I'm talking about. Because all I'm saying, all I'm praying for, all I want to see is Nigeria qualifies for this World Cup.
Finally, just before I let you go, sir, over a couple of weeks ago was the 1-year anniversary for the death of legendary striker Rashidi Yekini. A lot of people had their thoughts on what should have been done perhaps before he died. People obviously expect the NFF to do a lot, but some other people as well, as we've seen here in the UK, feel the responsibility should not only be with the NFF, but as well players and ex-players that are well off, to support some of the ex-players that have fallen on hard times. What are your thoughts on whose responsibility it is to support ex-players that are falling on hard times?
You see, let me tell you one thing. There is no board in place in the history of Nigeria football that supported our ex-footballers. I have over 20 ex-footballers in various subcommittees, from the national teams to technical committees, quite a number of them which you know. And we were in touch I have sent people, a group of people, 2-3 times to check the condition of our late Rashidi Ekini. The situation was not too bad then. Actually, the report was not too bad. We know he was a reserved kind of a human being in his way of life. So that one cannot stop. And after people should know that NFF does not provide life, you know. So, but we provide everything humanly possible that this guy needed during his lifetime. After several interventions, after several visits to himself and the family, you know, then just suddenly we had the days of, I was there myself, I was in his village myself. I saw the mother, I saw the family, everybody, you know, even the emir of that village as well, to tell him that our concern to come and mourn with them as well. And during his later, during the anniversary, a team from NFF were represented. We provided all they asked for, because there was a team that they should work for the anniversary game and so on and so forth. So we provided everything. But it's unfortunate for people to think we can stop somebody from dying. It's never done anywhere, you know. And like I keep saying, we're all on queue. When someone's time comes, definitely nothing is not stoppable, you know. But what we do, we are trying and putting almost everything in place, doing about everything, you know, humanly possible, you know, to ensure we work with the ex-players, we support them, we give them ever deserved assistance, and they bring them closer to the system. If you go by what the contents of the technical committee, you can see it consists of all ex-internationals, you know, Krasanchuku, JJ, and quite a number of them, they are there. So we are doing great in helping them. We are doing a lot in carrying them along. We are doing everything to ensure that we work with them. So I think they have never gotten it any better than what this body is doing to them.
Absolutely. Mr. Aminu Maigari, thank you very much for your time. And again, congratulations on the historic feat that Nigeria just went through at the Nations Cup. And good luck with the Confederations Cup and the World Cup qualifiers. Thank you very much for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Thanks a lot too.